Welcome back. This is part 9 of our theme builder series where we're going to build out our actual front page. This is the home page template that we're going to be working on. So in the last video, we did our header and footer, and I did add a few menus here. So the main menu, which just has our home and our blog. Again, if you're confused about menus at all, please check out part 5 in the theme builder series. That should clarify some things for you. And then I have menu 1, 2, and 3, and these are just fake test menus. And then I applied those to the footer. So here's the main menu, which I styled just slightly. And then I have menu 1, 2, 3, and then the main menu down here again. So that's all I've done so far. So now let's go ahead and create our home page or front page template. So let's go under add new theme template, and I'm just going to name this home. You can call it front, home, home page, something that you'll remember and know what it is. And then under type, let's select custom page. And you don't need a priority for this since it's not going to be competing with any other pages. Let's add a condition here to include this template on the front page. Now let's go ahead and save this, and we are now open into the SeedProd page builder. So right off the bat, the first thing that I want to do is add a headline. So of course we see our header and our footer in the theme builder, just so it gives us a good idea to design the page. If you want to edit these, there's actual shortcuts here, and you can hide those if you don't want to see them. But let's go ahead and I'm going to add a header here. We'll click this block setting, and I just want to update the text here quickly. Let's go ahead and highlight all this, and I'll paste in the #1 landing page builder for WordPress. Now this is using the global CSS, but we got a lot of orange going on here. So I'm going to come under advanced color, and I'm just going to change this to black. Next thing I want to do is add some text underneath this. Let's go ahead and drag the text block, go to the block settings, select all this and paste it. And I copied this from the SeedProd website, so it brought the bold as well, but you could just bold it here in the editor if you need to. Let's go ahead and center this, and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger, somewhere around there. Something else I want to do is select this section, and we'll change the background color to white. Great, let's go ahead and come back to our blocks, and I want to add a nice size button here right underneath. We'll click on this and change the text on it. I'll say get SeedProd now. Now on the left hand side here we have the link, so this would link to our pricing page, which we haven't created yet. And the size here, I'm going to change this to be quite a large size. Maybe that's too big. Extra large looks good. We can also add an icon here if we wish, but I like how it looks right now. And lastly, I want to add a nice size image here. We could add anything we want, like a video or any of the content here that would make sense. I'm going to go ahead and take the image off the SeedProd website, and we'll go with this one right here. There we go. So that gives people a nice image of what the actual page builder looks like. Now I want to add some spacing on the section on the top and bottom. So I'm going to select the section settings, go to advanced spacing, and we can do the padding. We don't want the margin because that'll add it on the top here. We actually want this right here. So let's uncheck and go to top padding. Let's say, what does 100 look like? Not too bad, maybe not that much. Let's try 60, and we'll do 60 on the bottom as well. That gives us a little spacing on the bottom here and top. Let's go ahead and save this and see what that looks like on the front page. There you go. We can see our page is coming together a little bit. Great, that looks good. I think next thing we'll add are some testimonials. So we can actually close this menus tab and we'll come over. Let's add a little new section down here. I can add the plus sign for a new section. We can see that layout right here. And I think we'll add 3 columns wide. Let's go ahead and do this. So we can come over to the left-hand side under blocks and we'll look for testimonials. I'll just search for it in the little search field here. And I'll add one right into here. Let's go ahead and edit this. And for this example, the information is not too important. I'll just keep it simple. So there is a picture here of the person. You can upload that image. For this example, I'm just going to find a stock image of somebody. There we go. I found this image of this man. We'll go with John Smith, CEO, and then his little quote here. Let's go ahead and add another one. So you can duplicate this, or you can add the testimonials block there again. I'm just going to drag this over, click the block settings, and then we'll just update the name and picture. Okay, there we go. We have 3 different testimonials here. I'll select the first one. And maybe we'll just change a little bit of the coloring here. Under content for bubble color, let's make this white so it stands out a little bit more. I think that looks pretty good. I'll just do that for the other 2 here as well. So that looks pretty nice. And then I want this section to stand out a little bit. So let's go ahead and change the background color. And we don't want it black. I'll just keep this simple with a different shade of gray. Now I just want a header here. So I'm just going to take the column under the standard blocks. I'll drop that right here and just 1 row. And now we can come up and grab our headline, and I'll change this to say what people are saying, and we'll just change that color as well. And there we go. You would just continue to go down the page and add your different sections of your content. So maybe when we have some blog posts, we could display those at the bottom. Actually, we do have blog posts. I forgot that we added them already. Let's go ahead and create another section here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and add one row here just for our header. So we'll grab the headline block, drag that in. Again, we'll change this, advanced color. We'll go with the black. We'll come back and let's select the column underneath here. And let's go with, actually, I think it's one because we can set the columns in the post block itself. So right here under template tags, we can select posts and drag that right in here. Now we can see our 3 posts right here. Just add a little bit more content here. I'm going to add text under here. This is the same that's on the SeedProd website. So I'll just post that in and we'll center that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so our post block here, let's go ahead and select this. Now we could leave it like this if we wish. I'm going to take this section and maybe change this back to white so it pops out a little bit. And now let's update the look here of the actual posts themselves. The post query, we can have a default, custom, or manual. I'll select custom. We only want to select posts, but you can dig deep into what you want the query to grab from your database. If you're not sure what any of that means, just leave it how it looks for now. And we can just minimize that and come down to the layout section. So for columns, I want to have 3 columns wide. So 1, 2, 3. We only need 3 per page. We don't want to show more than that. And we don't want to show any pagination. You could, so if you had more than 3 posts, you could show pages here that would go to more posts, but I'm going to turn that off for now and just show the 3 most recent. I want the featured image on, so let's go ahead and show that. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good, but maybe we need some spacing or some coloring in between all of these posts. We have the title tag. We can show the meta if we want. I'm going to turn that off. The excerpt or not, so you can have it just go directly to the post. You can even turn the read more off if you like. Let's come under advanced and we have different options for post, text, image, border, lots of different options here. So under post, we have the post padding itself. We could add say 20 on each side and that gives us lots of room in between each one. We can also add a background color here. So maybe we could add a little bit of an off gray here. I think that looks pretty good. You could add a post shadow if you wish, which will come off the bottom there. For this example, I'm just going to keep it simple and turn that off. We could change the text, but I think the links and everything look fine. The image, we could add maybe a little bit of shadow here, that they pop off there a little bit. And then lastly, all I really wanted to do was for the border, we have a border radius here, so that the sections that they're in have a little bit of curvature on the edge, so they're not so harsh. Okay, that looks good. Last thing I'm going to do for this section is click here, go to advanced, spacing, and we want a padding top of say 60 and bottom. I think that's what we set for our top one. And maybe we could do the same thing for this section as well. So let's uncheck this and we just want to do the top and the bottom. So there we go. Not a big fan of this background color. I'm just going to update that quick. Again, something maybe just a little bit off gray. And there we go. Save. And here we refreshed our front page. We can see our header. We have a call to action here with our button, a nice big image, some testimonials, a section that displays 3 of our blog posts, and we have a footer template here as well. Now, if we click on our post, we can see that there's no template found, but we'll get into that. Now, I could get way more in depth with our front page. I just want to keep this simple so you can see how this is done, but you can use all of the combination of blocks and sections to create some really nice advanced layouts and pages. So that's it for this video. In part 10, in the next video, we're going to look at custom page templates again to create our pricing page. So in this video, we used a custom page template to create our home page, but it's a little bit of a different process to create for another standalone page. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next part.